Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music Meltdown. We're in the Albums of the Year series. We're officially at the end of the 90s here. One more year after this, but 1998, which is probably the worst or second worst year of the decade. It's definitely near the bottom, which is ironic considering my number one is the top five album in general for me. Oh well. On the whole, though, I do think that this year is a bit inconsistent. Rich, how you feeling about 98?
98's a pretty cool year. It was a wild year. And Me and the woman I was living with at the time decided our prospects had dried up in Santa Ana, California. It's in Orange County. And so we packed up and moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And that's a really cool place. And I was there for about 10 years. Had a lot of ups and downs, but gorgeous, gorgeous place. 1998 for music. It's great. Um, I don't know. I It's hard for me to gauge. I found a lot to love about 98. Um, I can tell you that I listened to most of these albums quite a bit. Spent a lot of times, a lot of time, including some of my honorable mentions. So,
Mhm.
is it my turn to go first?
Feel free.
All right, I'll launch into it. My honorable mentions: "The Sound of Perseverance" by Death, killer death metal. "Super AE," I don't know how to pronounce that, by The Boredoms, uh, crazy experimental music. Queens of the Stone Age, the self-titled. I was not into this back in the day. I was not even aware of it. So this is something I came back to later on. Monkey, the Jesus and Mary Chain, Mechanical Animals, Marilyn Manson, 12 Bar Blues, Just Missing. That's by Scott Weiland, singer of Stone Temple Pilots. Definitely check this one out if you haven't. These songs are super creative, a lot of diversity here. Scott even gets kind of Beatlesque at times. Brilliant stuff. So, my top five. Number five, I've got Up by REM. I'm crazy about Up. It's the first album they did without drummer Bill Berry, and the change in direction to more mellow keyboard oriented stuff is lovely. Whatever you think about the sound, the brilliant songs here cannot be denied. Try as you might. Up is super underrated. Number four, I've got Mezzanine by Massive Attack. Massive Attack took a cue from Tricky's Maxinquay and delivered a fantastic slab of the kind of dark trip hop that I love most. Very sensuous, hypnotic grooves. Elizabeth Fraser of the Cocteau Twins makes some fantastic contributions, as does returning vocalist Horace Andy. Massive Attack members 3D and Daddy G are super cool too. I've heard this so many times. All right, my number three is El Oso by Soul Coughing. Here's another one I've heard over and over. It's Soul Coughing doing what they do best, delivering quirky songs with quirky beats and killer grooves. My number two is Mutations by Beck. This is my second favorite Beck album, which you might remember from the Beck ranking we did. It's just got brilliant songwriting, sticky melodies, It's mostly mellow and acoustic, but this being Beck, there are some surprises as well. I'm just crazy about this album. But my number one has got to be From the Choir Girl Hotel by Tori Amos. My favorite Tori album. Tori singing and piano playing are wonderful, and so is the production. There's cool samples and drum loops and some very fine orchestration, lots of great instrumentation. Very personal album for Tori. When I was younger, I didn't really know all about the backstory, and I had came up with all kinds of different things in my mind, which I loved, but turned out to be completely off. But anyway, my favorites are Northern Lad and Playboy Mommy. Those songs just kill me.
Gotcha. I really gotta get around to doing a proper Tori Amos dive, but it'll come one of these days. Couple of
Yeah,
honorable.
I think she's pretty big in our community, and I
Mm,
think she's won Joe over too.
seems kind of divisive.
Maybe it doesn't.
Jason
Vanessa
doesn't
like
like
her?
her at all.
Who?
Jason.
Oh wow.
Vanessa likes her a
He
lot.
he
Yeah.
dislikes all kinds of fantastic female singers. Maybe his tastes are more vanilla in that regard. I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, a couple of honorable mentions here. This year's week, so you get the Smashing Pumpkins. Adore honorable mention. My favorite Pumpkins record, probably because it barely sounds like a Pumpkins record. So there you go. Car Wheels on the Gravel Road, going to be an honorable mention. Same with the self-titled debut of Rufus Wainwright. But moving forward, top five, I got Something About Airplanes by Death Cab for Cutie. Pretty much a perfect crossbreed between like the emo that was brewing at the time and just sort of some killer indie alt rock sort of situation. I love Ben Gibbard as a lyricist, and he's still really strong even upon this debut. So I like it a lot. Following that up, I got Moon Safari by Air. Just a really lush, sort of immersive experience. It's really cool. It's kind of weird to describe because I don't really like this style of music that much, but I do like what was happening across this record. Then I got XO by Elliott Smith. This is really where Elliott Smith sort of pops. It's where his arrangements become a lot fuller, sort of his melodies, I think, get even stronger. Just a really great record. If you like Elliott Smith, this is really where things I think start to ramp up in the catalog. Runner up, it's my boy. You're gonna hear a lot of him in the aughts whenever I get around to that. Debut record by Josh Rouse, Dressed Up Like Nebraska. Just absolutely stunning sort of indie pop melodies and hooks across here, very akin to like 70s AM gold and soft pop. I think it's just a really mesmerizing release. This one very stripped back in nature. Like it a lot. But the best album, 1998. It's in the airplane over the sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. I mean, it's basic, it's nerdy, it is what it is. It's a pretty much perfect album. It's a 10 out of 10. Jeff Magnum could sing the phone book and I would go crazy for it. I get why people don't like it as much. Everybody needs to be wrong once in their life. I think it's pretty much outstanding front to back. And yeah, it's the best album. There you go.
Yeah, that voice though. Ugh, too can't take it. Can't
One
take it.
of the greatest voices in rock. So yeah, that's 98. Yeah, it's a solid year, but I don't think it's like that crazy. Just sort of weird. It's got one of the best albums ever made and then other stuff. So, any closing remarks there, or do we think that we've called it a day here on 98?
Yeah, I got nothing else to add.
Fair enough. Well, bye.